So here we are going to study in this video about the structure of DBMS with a neat diagram and a few bullet points for you to write in the exam. So let us understand it simply and briefly. So first here we go with the diagram. This is the diagram of database management system structure. First, we'll study about the four parts of this diagram. So here are the four parts of the system. First part is the database users. You can see there are four users there. That is called the first part, that is the database users. Second is the query processor. Third is the storage manager. Fourth is the disk storage. But while we have to write in the exam, we say the system is classified into two main types broadly. We only mention about query processor and storage manager. In that we also add about the disk storage. First, now I'll explain you about these users, and then with the help of the bullet points I'll explain you how to write in the exam for query processor and storage manager, how to write the written part. So first is the user part. Now let us understand that. Naive users. Who are these naive users? Naive users are the users of web applications or any app users, like we use PhonePe, right? We don't know how the internal code is written, the application programs are written. We don't know that all of that internal structure, we just use them. So these are the naive users who use the application programs that are existing. We just use them, no need of any written part or anything. The second type of users are application programmers. Application programmers are, we can say, the software engineers or software developers who actually write the code that we use. So these are the software developers who write the codes for us. The third type is the sophisticated users. These sophisticated users are the data analysts who actually analyze the data with the help of query tools and write the queries, which are then transferred to the DML compiler. So these are the data analysts. Next, the fourth type of user, that are the specialized users. Who is the specialized user? He is mainly the database administrator, DBA. He has the central control over the database management system, and what does he do is that he grants the permission for who should use the database. He grants the permission, checks with the security, and ensures the performance of the system, and any glitches are there in the database he has to correct. He helps the software engineers with it. So he does all these things with the help of the administrative tools. He uses these tools and does all of the thing. So now let us jump on to the other two parts, that is the query processor and storage manager, included the disk storage. So here is it. Functional components of DBMS. This is how you have to write. The functional components of database system can be broadly divided into two categories, as I said. First is the storage manager. So this storage manager is actually an interface between the query processor and disk storage. You can say this is an interface. And what does this do? It is involved in storing, retrieving, and updating the data. So it has four components in it. What are those four components? First is the authorization and integrity manager. So what does he do, this authorization and integrity manager? He ensures that the integrity constraints are enforced. What are these integrity constraints? Integrity constraint is a condition. Like he checks with the condition whether it is satisfied or not. For example, we mentioned that name should have only alphabets in it. He checks whether the name, it is checked whether the name has alphabets or not. And if you say the age limit is limited to 30 years, so it is checked if the person's age is 30 years below or not. If it is satisfied, then we'll proceed further. Next type is the transaction manager. This transaction manager ensures in case of the system failure, the results produced are consistent or not. They should be consistent, correct, despite the failure of the system. Next is the file manager. File manager is basically the OS, operating system, which allocates the files or the disk space for the database. Next, we'll move on to the buffer manager. So, who is this buffer manager? Buffer manager retrieves the data from the hard disk and then transfers it to the main memory, then to the cache, which has this important programs that are to be executed very often. So this all this task is done by the buffer manager. So here we go with the data files. As I told you, we'll study about the disk storage in it. We have to mention the data files. What does this data files have? It has the DBMS information, whole information of the database. Next comes the data dictionaries. So what are these data dictionaries? This data dictionaries mainly contain the metadata, database schema information in it. Next comes the indices. What are these indices? Indices have the key values that provide the access to the data. Next is the statistical data. Statistical data has the pre-computed values about the data. Next, we are moving on to the query processor. So what is this query processor? This query processor, as I told you, that storage manager is an interface between the query processor and disk storage there, you said. So now let us study about this query processor. So query processor mainly has 5 components in it. The first component is DDL interpreter. It has these 3 things: create, alter and drop commands. So the DBA, database administrator, gives some commands, writes some commands which this DDL interpreter interprets and then stores them in data dictionaries. Okay, that is from the disk storage part again. So this interpreted commands are stored in data dictionaries, remember. Next comes the DMIL compiler. This DMIL compiler, with the help of linker, it uses the linker for compilation. Okay, remember that. Next, what does it do? What is its job? Is it accepts the queries, then translates them to low-level instructions. So whenever you're asked what does this DMIL compiler do, you should say it accepts the queries and then translates them to low-level instructions, which are then executed by query evaluation engine. Then this query evaluation engine generates object code in the application programs. So that's all we have studied about the 4 components of the structure of the database. That is, first part we can say is the database user. Then users we have studied 4 types, and query processor, in that we have studied the 5 components. Next is the storage manager we studied. Then in the storage manager only we have studied about the disk storage. And that's all. Thank you guys. All the best.